Hey everyone, hope everyone's doing good. Hope you all are doing happy and doing blessed and just doing overall safe. So, I normally do not do this, but I'm going to do a special Saturday stream of Assassin's Creed 3. I normally do not do this. Normally my weekends are for doing my geek reports and for overall just, getting whatever I need to get done and basically resting, okay? But in light of, if I can ever get my phone to work, in light of me being sick about a week ago, in light of all that, I feel that I should go ahead and do a special Saturday stream of Assassin's Creed 3. And I'm going to run a test here to see if I can get this to work at least. Because my phone just do not want to connect for some reason to my YouTube account. Anyway, after what happened about a week ago with me being sick and my internet issues, I felt I needed to do something special. So I figured, heck, I'll just do a special Saturday stream. And I'm trying to get my YouTube channel to come up here, and it won't come up here in terms of like my phone, and it's really starting to get on my last nerve. So while I'm trying to run this, we're going to load up the game, and I will kind of get to it when I can. So we'll be with you here in a minute, but I'm trying to get my YouTube to load up on my phone, but it just does not want to seem to load up for some reason on my phone, so I may have to not do that test tonight. Come on now, load up. Okay. So when we last left things, we had met Benjamin Townbridge, alright? And he was taking us to New York, okay? Basically, he wants us to help stop the Templars and also to stop this assassination attempt on Washington, okay? Okay, I'm going to just do it like this. This is ticking me off. Freaking mobile data. Anyway, basically, we had gotten word of an assassination attempt against George Washington, and Benjamin Townbridge basically wants our help to put an end to it. Okay. Now then, so let me kind of reiterate what I talked about last night. So if you don't know who he is, how he plays a part in this, he plays more into the story of the American Revolution than he does into Assassin's Creed 3. Because he was a member of the Copper Spy Ring, which was basically George Washington's spies inside New York Harbor. Because at that time, New York Harbor was where all of the British military shipment came into. Obviously, you had Boston and you had Charleston, but the majority of it in the north came in New York, okay? And you had a spy ring that operated in New York Harbor that basically gave Washington intelligence about what the British were bringing in, the type of forces they were bringing in New York, all that, okay? And they are credited with discovering the betrayal of Benedict Arnold. They're credited with saving George Washington at Valley Forge. They're credited with a lot of stuff, okay? But to this day, we don't know who all the members of the spy ring are because George Washington didn't even know. All he knew was Benjamin Townbridge, his Secret Service head, would tell George Washington, hey, Agent 134 told me this. And George Washington had a ledger of who all these agents were. He never knew their names. He only called them by number. And he had a ledger of these agents. And the agent's name would say, the description would say, agent lives in New York, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Basically, telling him what this agent in New York or Charleston was. Okay, so to this day, we don't know who all the members of the spy ring are. But now we're going to New York, and we're hoping to stop this plot against Washington to kill him.
So what is your stake in all this?
Same as yours. Peace, stability.
Uh-huh.
Land in which all might live side by side. Free and equal.
Why not join the Brotherhood, then?
My father was an assassin. Quite good at his job, too, as I understand it. But I hope to have children someday. It's hard to live in two worlds at the same time. So, I chose to live in one.
I understand.
I still contribute as I can. That's why we're here now.
Let's see where he's taking us. So yeah, there really was a Benjamin Town Bridge and all that.
He has been running a counterfeiting ring in the city. Locate the source of his operation, and we can have him arrested. He cannot harm the commander if he is in prison.
Do you know where he is?
Not exactly, but I have an idea where we can begin the search.
So yeah, there really was a spy ring during the American Revolution. See right there where it says Cooper Spy Ring? Let's see what it says. This was a network of rebel spies operating in New York and Connecticut from 1778 until the end of the American Revolution. Let me just say this. To this day, there are people who still say that they are active, okay? Anyway, it says here the group was founded after British forces left Philadelphia and made their headquarters in New York. Washington knew that he needed people on the inside to report on British troop movements. He asked his newly appointed head of intelligence, Benjamin Talmadge, to find some spies, which Talmadge did. Now, Talmadge was not just his head of intelligence, he was also head of the Secret Service. Talmadge needed people he could trust absolutely, so he began by recruiting his childhood friends. The name Cooper is taken from Samuel Cooper Sr. and Jr., the code names of two of the ring's main informants. I don't know who they are, but I imagine one was slightly older than the other. The group's biggest accomplishment was probably informing Washington of the planned attack on the French forces in Rhode Island. They also credited with uncovering Benedict Arnold's betrayal of West Point. In any case, the ring delivered secret messages for years, with none of its members ever being captured. Yeah, this is what I was talking about right here. With one possible exception, a woman referred to as 355, whose real name and identity and fate isn't known. The group is credited for being the most effective intelligence operation in the war on either side. Okay, so the legend about woman 355 is that she apparently was one of the people who confirmed that Benedict Arnold was going to turn over West Point to the British. So just to kind of lay the groundwork for you, okay, I know this is kind of turning into a history lesson. So Benedict Arnold was really angry at Washington because he got passed over for Washington for being commander of the armies. At this point, he was made in charge of West Point. Now, at this point, Washington trusts Benedict Arnold, okay? He doesn't know Arnold is going to do any of this. But anyway, Arnold makes contact with a British Army officer. I don't remember that guy's name. I want to look that up later. And they basically come up with a plan where Arnold is going to make sure that West Point, which is a fort at this time, that basically is on the border between the northern parts of the colonies and the southern parts of the colonies, to basically give it over to the British, okay? Basically cutting the 13 colonies in half. You would have the northern ones and you have the southern ones, okay? Well, after the deal was struck and everything was all set in stone, this British officer got arrested by militiamen for the Continentals. At first, Washington didn't believe what he had found on this British soldier. The papers that said that Arnold was going to do A, B, C, and D. Okay. Later on, Agent 355, whose name we still don't know to this day, we know she's a woman because all it says in the ledger is a woman. Okay. Confirmed it. That somehow, some way, she got hold of Talmadge and told Talmadge what she knew, and it's basically all but confirmed it for Washington. Immediately afterwards, Washington ordered Arnold's arrest. Arnold found out about it and escaped to the British side, where he returned sometime later on the side of the British. So there really was a Culper spy ring in the American Revolution. Okay, that is indisputable. As far as it ending when the American Revolution ended, there are still some out there who say they are still around. And I know this is kind of turning into a history lesson. The reason for that is because I've always been interested in the Culper spy ring when I first heard about him in high school. Because I never heard of George Washington using spies, you know. And remember, the Culper spy ring predates the CIA. It predates OSS.
There are rumors of bad bills being circulated here.
Yeah.
No doubt they come from Thomas.
What are you up to? This isn't money. It's colored paper. You've cheated me for the last time. God!
Well, well, well. Come on. Ah! I knew I messed up there. Got a little ahead of myself there. Oh, please don't let this turn into one of those nights. getting... I hate these trailing missions. I've always hated these trailing missions. Don't go too fast. Ah! Let me redo that again. I swear this is gonna be one of those nights. It's one of the reasons why I don't play on Saturdays. It's because I always feel off on Saturdays.
While expressing sincere condolences to the Brown family, Mr. Roberts would like to remind the city.
Come on. Well.
Heard what happened at the market. Boss wants everyone back at the shop. Says we strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. Haven't had a spot of trouble since I slipped away. Of course, I'm taking care to keep my distance.
Can't believe we're really gonna do this.
We'll be heroes. The ones who ended all this talk of revolution. They'll set us up like kings, they will. Revolution. A bunch of troublemakers looking to upset the apple cart. As some fool filled their heads with rubbish, ruining it for the rest of us good folk.
Good folk? Really?
Of course. You and me and Hickey. Just some hard luck lads trying to survive in this cold, cruel world.
Excuse me. Excuse me, y'all. Still getting over this cold I had. Yeah, you just go on now. Oh! What the heck? I was doing good too.
Heard what happened at the market. Boss wants everyone back at the shop. Says we strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling...
Need a little colour in your life? Miss Richters and Miss Wilds, florists and decorators, invite you to
Heard what
see
happened at the
the
market.
beauty.
Boss wants everyone back at the shop. Says we strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. I haven't had a spot of trouble since I slipped away. Of course, I'm taking care to keep my distance.
Can't believe we're really gonna do this.
We'll be heroes. The ones who ended all this talk of revolution. They'll set us up like kings, they will. Revolution. A bunch of troublemakers looking to upset the apple cart. As some fool filled their heads with rubbish, ruining it for the rest of us good folk.
Good folk? Really?
Of course. You and me and Hickey. Just some hard luck lads trying to survive in this cold, cruel world.
Uh-huh.
Now shove this boot up.
Oh, what? Oh, good grief. I hate freaking tailing.
The New York
Heard what happened at the market. Boss wants everyone back at the shop. Says we strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. Haven't had a spot of trouble since I slipped away. Of course, I'm taking care to keep my distance.
Can't believe we're really gonna do this.
We'll be heroes. The ones who ended all this talk of revolution. They'll set us up like kings, they will.
Sure they will.
Revolution.
If they don't kill you.
Troublemakers looking to upset the apple cart. As some fool filled their heads with rubbish, ruining it for the rest of us good folk.
Good folk? Really?
Of course. You and me and Hickey. Just some hard luck lads trying to survive in this cold, cruel world.
Oh! Doggone it. Frick. I don't remember these tailing missions being this hard before. I must be making it hard myself. Let me see something here. Yeah, I'll do that right there.
I heard what happened at the market. Boss wants everyone back at the shop. Says we strike tonight.
Be worried about that business with the guards. I'm telling you, it's nothing. Haven't had a spot of trouble since I slipped away. Of course, I'm taking care to keep my distance.
Can't believe we're really gonna do this.
We'll be heroes. The ones who ended all this talk of revolution. They'll set us up like kings, they will.
Sure they will.
Bunch of troublemakers looking to upset the apple cart. As some fool filled their heads with rubbish, ruining it for the rest of us good folk.
Good folk? Really?
Of course. You and me and Hickey. Just some hard luck lads trying to survive in this cold, cruel world.
Just take it cool and steady. Uh-huh. Hello, gentlemen.
What's this? Thomas Hickey? Might be. What's it to you? Right. Ain't supposed to be none of your kind left.
Surprise.
Suppose I best be rectifying that then. Get him!
There's another one! Grab him!
Hey, I'm not with him.
That's my money. Cut those bills and I'll kill you.
Hands off, I seen it first.
Ah. Come here, you.
Be still. You will do no more harm. You're a right fool meddling in affairs you know nothing about. Washington's the only thing keeping the Continental Army together. You kill him, you end all hope for freedom. Wrong, boyo. With him gone, they'll have no choice but to promote Lee, and then...
You are both under arrest!
Oh, well, we were just having a scrap, officer. Ain't nothing wrong with two men settling their differences the old-fashioned way. Can't we come to a...
Quiet!
What are the charges?
Counterfeiting!
I had nothing to do with that.
Course not!
Listen, there are more important things at stake here. This man is planning to...
Oh. Man, I'm gonna stop trying to get 100% at this point.
You missed me, sweetheart. What? Nothing to say? If you are here, then Washington is safe. True. Thing is, I believe I've just been pardoned.
Lee.
Thank you kindly for the rescue, gents.
There can be no further mistakes, Thomas. Am I understood?
What about the assassin? Yeah. He's here. They put him in a cell right next to mine. Guess we didn't get them all, eh?
Deal with this, Charles.
At once, sir.
What are we gonna do?
You're that boy from the Continental Congress. Adams's little lapdog. I think I have an idea. Yes. 2 birds with 1 stone.
Do tell.
All in good time. It's not like the assassin's going anywhere. For now, we should see about getting you better accommodations here.
What you on about? I thought I was getting out.
I'm afraid you won't be leaving for a while, thanks to Benjamin Talmadge. He's been running his mouth, saying all sorts of things. You're being investigated for plotting to assassinate George Washington.
What a bunch of bollocks. I thought you was gonna handle that.
We'll discuss this elsewhere.
Come on, get up.
I'm telling you, he's planning to escape. We should get in on it.
Yeah? And what makes you think that?
Caught him carving something in the yard. Slipped it in his pocket real quick when he saw me. Looked like a key.
Probably just a shiv.
Nah, Mason ain't a fighter. Always talking and tricking his way out of trouble. Weasel Weems, they call him. Sticky bastard.
Come on, Finch. He's not so bad. Even taught me some letters once. Gonna write a note to my lady.
Ha! What for? You think that whore's out there pining for you? Saving herself for when you get out? Huh?
Crap.
No doubt she's already moved on to the next fella, and the fella after him.
You shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Easy now. It was just a joke.
Yeah? Well, it wasn't very funny.
What's over here?
I think I would rather hold it in.
Uh-huh.
Get up!
What do you want?
Where are we going?
Stay out of trouble or you'll wind up in the pit.
What are you looking at, half-breed? You not understand English? That it?
No, I just don't understand stupid.
Do I need to knock some sense into that thick head of yours?
I should try and find this Weems fellow. If he intends to escape, perhaps he can help me.
Okay.
Mason Weems?
Could be.
I need your help.
Oh?
They say you know a way out of here.
They say a lot of things.
I do not have time for games.
A shame, as I was hoping you might play one with me.
Alright.
Fine.
Are you familiar with the rules?
Let's see, I'll put one right
Seeing
there.
as you already know mine, what's your name?
Connor.
Pleased to meet you, Connor. Well played. So, what brings you to Bridewell?
Treachery. I have been falsely accused.
Of course you have.
You do not believe me?
Why should I? You've the look of a brute.
You misjudge. I'm an honest man.
And yet, also a man imprisoned. Tell me how you found yourself in this place.
It is a private matter.
As is what you ask of me.
I was trying to prevent a murder.
Oh! Anyone I know?
George Washington.
The others put you up to this, didn't they? Thought it might be fun to have another laugh at Mason's expense. Fools, a lot of them. To make light of something like this.
Hey, I will be right back, y'all. My dog is going bat crazy. I don't know why. I'll be right back. Guys, I am really sorry about that. For some reason, my dog was just going completely nuts. Just barking up a storm. I don't know what the heck was going on.
George Washington is brave beyond measure, loyal like a brother, peerless in character, and unshakable in his convictions. That man is our Jupiter Conservator, destined to lead us not just to freedom, but greatness. Anyone who says otherwise is either a simpleton or a traitor.
Then you understand why I need to get out of here. If I don't help him, he is going to die.
You're serious, aren't you?
Yes.
Very well. But it's going to take some doing. See, everything hinges on the key I forged. But that loud Finch stole it. Took me 3 months to make the thing, too. You need to get it back, or we're not going anywhere.
Consider it done.
Well then. That was simple enough.
This key is useless.
What are you looking at? You in the market for a husband?
Are you in the market for a face?
Your key is useless.
What do you mean?
It did not fit the lock.
It's not meant to.
You forged a key that does not work.
Well, that all depends on what you mean by work. It'll get us out of here. Just not the way you expected.
Then how?
You're going to use it to get the real key off the warden. You have to swap yours for his.
Why not just have me take the real key? Why all this extra work?
He might notice if it went missing. This way, he'll be none the wiser.
And when he tries to use it?
He won't. That's why we're targeting him.
How do I reach the warden?
Yes. This next part, you may not like.
Oh, good.
Oh, as if I've liked the others. Out with it.
You need to pick a fight.
What?
Pick a fight, and they'll throw you in the pit.
And how in the world does this help us?
The warden oversees the pit. Getting sent there is the only way to reach him.
Okay.
I'll give you credit. You've given this plan to risk my life a great deal of thought.
Take down as many as you can. 1 or 2 will only serve to entertain the guards. You need to make them angry. We all have our part to play. Try not to die.
Oh, that's just grand. There you go. Who's first? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Goodbye.
Fancy yourself a troublemaker, eh? Some time in the pits to cool your blood.
Look at all of you, pathetic, dirty wretches. You're not but swine, suckling at the teats of civilization. Thieves and scoundrels all. And do you acknowledge this? Do you repent and beg forgiveness? No. You elect instead to commit new and more terrible crimes inside what should be a place of rehabilitation. You bide your time, awaiting the day of release, that you might corrupt anew. The worst part is that the good people of...
Open sesame.
Need to take care not to raise the alarm.
You'll find Hickey through that door. It's where they keep the important prisoners. Nicer rooms, more space, those sorts of things. It seems even in prison, who you know makes all the difference.
Thank you, Mason, for everything. I will find a way to repay the favor when my work here is finished.
I hope we trusted the right man. Ah! Got in a hurry because I'm trying to do I'm trying to get 100%. Ah! It's those last two guards up top. The last two guards up top are causing me problems now. Oh, come on! I got to slow down, and I've got to calm down. Stop trying to barrel through this. Ugh. Okay. Are you kidding me? Oh, brother. What's that saying? Trying the same thing over and over again and hoping for a different result is a sure sign of insanity. Come on. Oh, I'm so close. Okay, it's got to be up the first one, over to the second one.